Welcome to Paper Crafters Library. In this video I'm going to show you how to create the 2013 Just a Note calendar and notepad tin. So let's get started. You're going to need a square hinged DVD tin, and here I'm using the DVD tin sold in the Sunny Stampin store, and this is a 5 1/8 by 5 1/8 by 3/8 of an inch CD tin. Once you open it, you'll see that it has this little cardboard insert inside. You can just toss that out and you can see that we have this hinged brushed metal CD tin. You can set this aside once you've removed the insert and we're ready to embellish. You're going to need a piece of Tangerine Tango cardstock that measures 5 inches by 5 inches, and you're also going to need a piece of designer paper. And here I'm going to be using the designer paper from the Floral District collection from Stampin' Up. You're going to need a 3/16 inch corner rounder punch, and you're going to punch all 4 corners of your designer paper as well as your cardstock. And like I stated earlier, my cardstock measures 5 inches by 5 inches and my designer paper measures 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. You're now going to punch the corners of your cardstock. And this corner rounder mimics the corners on your tin. So you're now going to take and you're going to center and stick your designer paper to your cardstock using some snail adhesive. And I'm just going to leave a slight Tangerine Tango border around all 4 sides of my designer paper. So like I said, you just want to leave equal borders on all 4 sides. You're now going to need a piece of Tangerine Tango scalloped dotted ribbon, and here I'm going to be using a 6-inch piece of ribbon. So I'm just going to trim that down to 6 inches. You're going to lay this across the bottom, but we're not going to use the polka dot side, we're going to use the flat side or the just tangerine side. And you want this to be about 1.5 inches up from the bottom of your matted designer paper. You're going to wrap the ends of the ribbon around to the back of your matted designer paper and stick those down using some snail adhesive. We can use the snail adhesive at this time because we will be covering this with sticky strip, and that will hold that all together. So I'm just flipping this over, and I always like to make sure that my ribbon is straight across the front, and I can see here that it is. It's got equal borders along the bottom. So now you're going to flip this back over and you're going to run some sticky strip along all 4 sides of your Tangerine Tango cardstock. And this is where I said you'll be covering those ends of your ribbon with your sticky strip along the back. So they'll be sandwiched in between a piece of sticky strip and that snail that you've got it snugged down to the back of that cardstock. So I'm just using, it's about 4.5 inch piece on all 4 sides of your cardstock. Once you have that, you're going to remove the red backing from your sticky strip. Then you're going to bring your tin back in, and you want to make sure that your tin has the hinge along the top. So you can make sure that by looking for the hinge. Lay that down so the hinge is at the top, and you're just going to center and stick your matted designer paper to the top of your CD tin, pressing that sticky strip down to the tin cover. Now that you have this part embellished, you're going to just set this aside for a moment. You're going to need the large scallop circle punch, and this is the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and a scrap piece of your Tangerine Tango cardstock. You're going to punch out 1 scallop circle. You can set aside your punch, and then you're going to print off the Just a Note PDF. You're going to center the Just a Note printable template in the window of the 1 3/4 inch circle punch and punch that out. Once you have that punched out, you can set aside any extra cardstock as well as your punch. And you're going to need some Stampin' Dimensionals at this time. You're going to center and stick your Just a Note template, punched out template, to your scallop circle with your Stampin' Dimensional. So just peel off the backing and center and stick this to your scalloped circle. So now that you have your Just a Note punch out centered onto your scallop circle, you're going to need some rhinestones, and I'm using the medium basic rhinestones. And I'm just going to place one of the medium rhinestones in each of the scallops around my greeting here. So just center and stick a rhinestone in each of these scallops all the way around the circle. Once you have all of the rhinestones around your decorative greeting here, just make sure that they're all pressed into place. You can then set aside your rhinestones, bring your tin back in, and you're going to stick your matted greeting to the front of your tin using some Stampin' Dimensionals. So I've just applied 3 to the back of my matted greeting, and I'm just going to stick this in the bottom right hand corner directly over top of my ribbon. And you just want to make sure that your Just a Note is straight on the front. Now that we've completed the front of our tin, you're going to open it up. You're going to need a piece of designer paper that measures 5 inches by 5 inches, and again, this is in the Floral District collection from Stampin' Up. You're going to use your 3/16 of an inch corner rounder, and you're going to round all 4 corners of your piece of designer paper. You're then going to decide which pattern you want to the front. Because I want the Baja Breeze pattern to the front, I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to run some sticky strip along all 4 sides of my designer paper. And again, this is about a 4.5 inch piece on all 4 sides. And this will just stick that down to the inside of your tin, securing that to hold your notepad. Whoops. So this just adds a really nice splash of color to the inside of the tin as well. And because it coordinates with the outside cover pattern, it comes in the same collection, it will match nicely, and again, like I said, add just that beautiful splash of color. So you're just going to take this, remove the backing from your sticky strip, and you're going to center and stick this to the inside of your tin, leaving equal borders on all 4 sides. And press that into place. Now you're going to need 2 elements, and each of these elements are found in the Sunny Stampin' store, and this is your 2012 notepad as well as your 2013 notepad as well as your 2013 calendar. You're going to flip each of these over and apply some sticky strip to the back of the calendar along the top and bottom of our backing. And each of these elements is found in the Sunny Stampin' store, so if you're looking to purchase them, go to the Sunny Stampin' store and you can find them in bundles or in kits. So now you're going to apply some red liner tape to the back of the pad, and there's a cardboard backing. So just along the top and the bottom of that backing. Once you have that on there, you can set aside your sticky strip. You're going to remove the red backing from your sticky strip along the back of your calendar. You're going to center and stick the calendar to the top inside cover, securing your calendar in place. Then you're going to remove the backing from your sticky strip along the notepad, and with the larger margin along the top, or your glue sealed top of your notepad, you want to make sure that the right hand side of your calendar is aligned with the right hand side of your notepad. You're going to stick that down directly to that cardstock or your designer paper, securing your notepad in the tin. Your last embellishment will be to add your little mechanical pencil that coordinates with the designer paper as well. And there you have your finished 2013 calendar and notepad tin. I hope you enjoyed stamping with me.